Cooler weather is here and the holidays are on their way, and it's time to get all those summer things in an already packed storage area. If you're looking for some tips on how to do that, I've got 10 of them. Stay right here.
You and I, the future is bright.
Not everybody has a garage, but everyone has items that you would typically see stored in a garage, like sports equipment, bicycles, tools, woodworking supplies, gardening and yard tools, cleaners that are a surplus, or maybe pantry items that don't fit up in the house, seasonal items like a Christmas tree, decor, emergency supplies. There's so many things that we have to store. Let me know in the comments section below, where are you putting all of these things? Is it your basement? Is it an outdoor shed? Are you using under your deck? What little spaces and places do you have for those things?
Here is my storage area, and it runs the entire foundation of my house. This is our basement, so this is what I use in place of a garage. Here under a 3-season room of our house, we have stored our lawnmower, and I also have a Rubbermaid of potting soil, and the gas for the mower is right there. Honestly, it's just one of those areas where you do what you can.
Today we're going to talk about how to get those things organized in such a way that you're not overrun and not able to find things, but at the same time you're not spending a ton of money. Right now it's fall, and it's a great time to think about how you're going to organize all that stuff and where it's going to go through the winter, if you have a winter. Where I live here in Maine, it's time to get out the rakes, rake the lawn, do the last mowing, and then get out the snow shovels and get everything ready for winter. My first tip for getting your storage areas ready for a changing season from summer to fall is consider and make a brain dump list of what things need to be stored in that area. Once you know what you want in there, then it's a lot easier to give everything else the boot. Then I want you to think about where you use those items so that you can have them readily accessible. For example, you want your rakes in the fall, you're going to need your shovel in the winter, and so you'll want those items hopefully to be near an exit that's near the outside so you can come in and quickly grab them.
Here you can see the exterior door, and I have the rakes on one side, shovels on the other, and then we keep different tools and things that we use outside all here and accessible. I don't have fancy hangers for anything, but I have categorized everything, and I have tried to put it as neatly as I can. And then things like bicycles that are waiting for next year, I store as close to the perimeter as I can.
Paint supplies and things that we use inside the house are kept near the stairs to the house, or would maybe be kept near the door that goes into the house if that's possible, so that it's easily accessible. I would say the same thing about overflow cleaners and overflow food items, to be storing those as close to the door to the house as you can.
The kids keep their boots here as well to grab easily.
My third tip is to think about items that might be dangerous for the kids. If you have, say, a chainsaw, you'll want that near the door so that you can use it outside, but you're going to have it up high or set back so that young children can't access it. You'll also want to group like items.
I have been slowly buying shelving from Lowe's, so these are about $50 for each shelf. And I buy them as I can, and every time I buy them, one more area that I'm able to organize.
Remember that all of us have different needs, and we all do things differently. You might not need a snow shovel or a snow blower. That's why I'm so thankful to be part of a collab, and I'd like to thank Dawn from The Minimal Mom for including me in this collab. I'm going to have the full playlist of Dawn's channel, as well as all of the creators, linked in my description box below. They're all from different areas of the country, and they're all very experienced in decluttering and organizing, and I know you're going to get tons of help for them. So don't stop with my video. Keep on watching. Next, as you look for storage containers, remember to shop your house first. As I've been decluttering over this past year, and I empty boxes and Rubbermaids, I keep them in one spot in the basement. That way, whenever I'm organizing, I can go there first and see what I have before going out to buy anything new. A perfect example of this was I was organizing my husband's tools and things. I also had just organized paperwork. And my viewers saw me doing this, and a few of them mentioned, hey, you just emptied 2 file cabinets. Why don't you use those for storage for your husband's screws and nails and other things that could go in there? That was such an awesome idea, and I could use the file cabinet as storage drawers instead of going out and buying expensive tool storage. So be willing to think outside the box. You never know, you might have something that would be perfect for the job, but it just has never been considered. And anytime that you can ask friends what they might do with those things and get another set of eyes, it's always helpful, because if I hadn't put those videos on YouTube, I would have never thought to use my metal file cabinets to store things for my husband's tool area. In the same token, when I am shopping for storage solutions, I find it really helpful to take a picture of what I'm actually going to be storing in it, or what shelf or area I'm going to want to put it. Then when I'm walking through a place like the Dollar Tree, I can find very inexpensive solutions because I've taken a picture and I have very clearly in my mind what I'm looking to store. For example, I found this really neat, inexpensive shoe rack, and I'm using it to store my spray paint cans. It was just perfect. Having that picture allowed me to then think outside the box when I saw the shoe organizer and think, wait, that would be perfect for spray cans. When you run out of space, look up. Not only is vertical storage super helpful, but you can also be hanging things from the ceiling. That's especially helpful for me in my basement, because my basement walls are cement and I really don't want to go through the trouble of screwing into cement. It's much easier for me to use the ceiling and to have shelving that comes down from the ceiling. One problem I run into is the Rubbermaids that I had in the house were all different colors, and of course you can color code and use orange for Halloween, brown for Thanksgiving, red or green for Christmas, or cut to the chase, and when you do buy Rubbermaid containers, buy clear. The same for bags. Rather than storing things in a green trash bag, store them in a clear bag so that you can see what's in them at a glance and you don't have such a big need to go through the work making labels.
Up here I can clearly see what's in this box, but without a label, I'm clueless about this one. It's the same with bags. I can clearly see that these are sleeping bags, but this bag is a complete mystery without a label.
My 10th and final tip is actually promises that I want you to make to me as you go about cleaning, decluttering, and organizing the things that you have in your storage areas. I would like you to make 5 promises to me. Are you ready? First of all, I want you to be patient with yourself. I don't want you to hurt yourself. I don't want you to use energy that you don't have and do things that you really can't do. So it's so important, and here at This Mainer Mom, I'm always trying to emphasize that I want you to do what you can in the time that you have allotted and to keep at it and don't give up. But I want this to be something that is doable for you. If you work so hard and hurt yourself or burn yourself out, you're not going to be able to do anything and everything stops. Secondly, I want you to work on what you can control. For example, if your husband is the woodworker of the family, he's the one that uses all those types of tools, and he has no interest in decluttering that area, then I want you to just like ignore it in your mind. Don't even look at it and control the things that you can control. Thirdly, and relating to that, you might ask him if he wouldn't mind if you provided a little bit of organization to his area, and if you can do that, great. Organize what can't be decluttered. That would be number 3. But if he really doesn't want to, then again, go back to controlling what you can control and try not to think about the rest. Number 4, work on free or affordable organizational solutions. You can find so many things on YouTube and Pinterest to buy that are really, really great things to have to organize, but I want you to do what is affordable to you and shop your home first. That way, you won't have to declutter more things later if you bring a whole bunch of organizational tools in the house that don't end up getting used. Fifth, don't feel like you have to empty the whole garage, the whole basement, the whole attic, the whole storage shed in order to organize, because you don't have people that are going to help you empty that out and put it back in. And you might end up getting it all out, running out of energy, and now you've got a huge mess, and what are you going to do with it? Consider working on one manageable space at a time. Move the stuff out of that space, maybe one shelf at a time. Work on your new storage solution, but don't try to pull out more than you can do in a day. And while I'm saying a day, remember that in a day, you're also doing dishes and laundry and meal prep. There's so much more going on in your life. Choose a manageable time slot that you can dedicate to this. Then, if you don't give up and you just peck away at it every chance that you get, you're going to turn around and it's going to be done. But if you try to take on too much, it's going to be very hard to get it done. As somebody who did an initial pass through her basement decluttering for the last 7 months, I will tell you that 20 minutes a day over an extended period of time accomplishes a ton. In fact, if you're interested to come along on that journey with me, I will leave that series linked in my description box below. If you're new to my channel, my name is Karen, and I offer mostly decluttering and cleaning on my channel, as well as some bonus DIYs around the house, grocery hauls, and other things that help you to run your home more smoothly, because it is my goal to help you create a home that you love to fuel a life you love. If that sounds interesting to you, I invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. I've linked videos that I think will interest you, especially my basement declutter series. So I'm putting that here up in the corner that you can click on, and I will see you there. And of course, don't forget to check out the entire playlist in my description box below. You are going to get so many more ideas for whether or not you have a garage or a storage shed or a basement like mine. Remember, as always, that God loves you, I love you, Leo loves you, and I can't wait to see you next time.